There we go. Hopefully this works out. And already I can see my chat box probably gonna give me some issues or something. But I don't know. We'll see what happens, I guess. Now just to wait on the view counter thing on my HUD. We'll be getting started in just a little while, everybody. We'll be getting started at around the 3, maybe 4 minute mark. So until that time, as per usual, get yourselves prepared, and yeah, I'll explain everything and stuff in due time. Hopefully my chat box behaves itself, because I saw that it was like trying to I saw it was like not responding, but I see the red line and there's stream elements doing this thing, so that's a good start, hopefully. But if no one shows up around the 4 minute mark, then I'll probably just do my intro and stuff, regardless of what happens. So this should be interesting, but hopefully everything goes well. I have a little bit of music, since this world has pretty much the music playing, even if it may be the same song over and over again. But yeah, hopefully everything goes well, and we'll see what happens for this stream. Excuse me. Pardonnez-moi. Yeah, this is the first time I'm actually streaming this game, even though it's not gonna be much of a thing for at least for the time being, but we'll see what happens. But there are some stuff that I kind of want to just go on and talk about and whatever, so. And it fades. Man, I guess I'll probably do my intro and stuff in just a little bit, so yeah, that's going to be a thing. Emotions are almost all over the place in a way. Alright, it is now past the 4 minute mark, so since Stream Elements have done its thing, I'll do my thing, which is my intro. So hey, my fellow Rumble Maniacs, it's Mr. Rumble Roses here, and welcome to a special little installment of VRChat. Now, there's probably some people that's going to be asking, like, well, why exactly am I doing VRChat? Well, I'll try and answer all those questions and then some, probably when I get around to it. But the main thing I guess you can say as to why I'm doing a little stream of VRChat was because I wanted to try something a little bit different. I know that I've been known to like play a bunch of games and stuff like that, from like shooters to mods and hacks and things like that, but I just figured I'd kind of test the waters and try and do stuff with with VRChat a little bit, but sadly I can't be able to do too much because VRChat's kind of an ass to me. I'm not gonna lie. Sadly I can't do much because with my current setup and everything, it's just kind of one of those little situations that I can't run the game as as smoothly as probably other people would do it on their thing or something like that. So yeah. I have played a little bit of VRChat before in the past, but it wasn't really too much. The one thing I would say that kind of makes me stop doing VRChat as much is that 9 times out of 10, whenever I try and go to a new world or something like that, or even try and load something up most of the time, it usually gives me issues, and it's really annoying. But I will say, I know that some people, they have their own little take of VRChat content. Sometimes they maybe just go around random places and maybe exploring worlds or doing roleplay sessions, or just doing kind of what I'm doing. It's which is pretty much a just chatting thing. Just kind of just sitting here chatting with you guys and stuff like that. So yeah. And for those of you that have not seen my little update video that I did on my YouTube, this is basically my current avatar that I'm using. It is a animatronic Pinky from Five Nights at Pinky's, because there's at least a few reasons as to why I'm rocking this. First off is that I have yet to find a good Doom guy model, or even a Duke Nukem avatar for that matter, so I kind of gone to some places that I was able to before in the past, and kind of get some avatars to use at different points in time, and just go from there. And I do have other avatars saved, which mostly they're pony related type stuff. Some of it happens to be horror based type of things with pony characters, and I also have the likes of I also have the likes of a few other ponymatronic avatar model things. I found them. I found most of my stuff from a user. I believe it's called Zeus Crazy or something like that. Yeah, he's known to do a lot of pony models and stuff like that for VRChat, and he's got his own little world, which I technically have saved, but I just don't want to be trying to load up everything with how my setup is and how VRChat is and everything. But yeah, I mean, this is basically my main that I'm rocking for this time being. I don't know if I'm ever going to really change and anything else in the future, but maybe if I get a good computer, or if I get some sort of upgrade or something, then maybe I might do something different. I don't know. But yeah, unfortunately, the whole situation with VRChat, it's every single time whenever I go into a new world or whatever, it's just one of those little situations where it's you get the little menu thing that's supposed to show the progress bar of downloading the world or that you try to go to or whatever, and as of lately, it's just not been working for me. I don't know why. I kind of want to blame VRChat, because it's had several updates before, and it's had its things where it's VRChat's kind of breaking shit here and there. I've even seen people who are known to have VRChat and do a lot of VRChat content for a living, even say that they have had some issues here and there. One example is someone going by the name of CyberChimp TV, or CyberChimp, how you want to refer to them. But it's just I don't know. It's like I wish I could do more in VRChat, but currently I can't. So I pretty much am just doing this for the time being. And another reason why I'm kind of doing this kind of thing is because if you've known me and my content for the longest time, then chances are that you know that I don't really have like a webcam or anything like that. I don't even have like a way to be like a VTuber. Not that I'm not saying like I wouldn't want to try and do face cam or even be a VTuber in some sort of way. It's just I don't have the necessary equipment stuff to do so. So I have to kind of make do with what I can, if that makes any sense to anyone. But sorry, I'm just trying to get used to the feel of everything, especially like this is my first time live streaming from VRChat and everything. I'm currently doing a game capture right now. I was thinking about maybe doing like an area capture just to see how things are going to play out, but I don't know. I just figured I'd try game capture first before I think about anything in the future as far as like trying to do an area or window capture, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I was going to actually do this kind of thing on Thursday. It's part of my slow week of streaming, but due to a certain mod of mine who has changed up his schedule just a little bit, and the way that I kind of had things set up for my plan as far as doing not only this stream but also another little stream, which was originally going to be the Sonic 1 SMS remake where I played as Ray the Flying Squirrel, but I kind of did that on my own little thing, which is something I kind of like to call like Let's Plays Live, where I do streams that are kind of like unexpected, unannounced and everything, and sometimes they might be kind of late or whatever. Like they might be kind of late around like midnight or something like that. But also at other times I may do it at different times or something. I don't know, but midnight is usually kind of like the thing that I do as far as the time for my Let's Plays Live. But yeah, I don't know if anyone's curious or not, but as of right now, this is currently my home world that I have in VRChat. It is a Mario 64 Bomb Battlefield. It's pretty empty, not really a whole lot of stuff in it. You can be able to click on this to enable or disable the mirror, and the cannons in this game actually are kind of like teleporters. Like I believe like that one over there, where you start off in this world, kind of brings you over here. I believe that one takes you like up the hill, like somewhere over there, and then that one right there takes you to the island in the sky. Yeah, there's no enemies, and stuff like that. It's basically just like a nice little recreation, without really anything in it, if that makes any sense. I found this at pure random because I was just looking at like different worlds and whatnot, and I figured that besides like using the whole default home thing for what VRChat does, I just figured I'd kind of go with something that I kind of like, and I am a big fan of Mario 64, and Bomb Battlefield pretty much was the way to go. I think there's other like worlds that have like Bomb Battlefield in it, that have probably some more stuff, if not like, everything. But I just chose this, and this it's basically been my homeworld since. But the thing that I kind of wanted to do today for this stream in particular was I kind of wanted just to, I kind of wanted to test the waters out in terms of, doing like a just chatting thing with VRChat, because I figured that would be somewhat better to do than just like, have like some sort of random image and just have like an audio only type of thing, if you know what I mean. Because again, like I don't have a webcam. I'm not a VTuber or anything like that. So, basically this is basically like the closest I could be able to really do. And I kind of just wanted to talk about like my whole year of streaming that I've had thus far. Like, some people may not know this, but some do. I basically kind of started streaming around like a day after Christmas. I found this thing on Steam called Action, or I think it's called like Action Gameplay Recording and Streaming Software or something like that. It's something close to one of those things. I kind of found it by a user that I'm friends with, on Steam, called ZBonnie XD. He was known to use that quite a lot for, I want to say like mostly recording purposes, although like I don't know if he ever really streams stuff, but I know that 9 times out of 10 like he usually like uses that, and possibly does like just normal video recordings and stuff like that. But yeah. I kind of, and one day I kind of had some money in my Steam wallet, I think because I got some money that was from my Steam wallet, because I had kind of been doing a thing as of late where, whether it's my birthday or if it's like a Christmas present or something like that, I usually just ask for some money from my Steam wallet, and I go to just get whatever games or program software stuff that I want. And it was around like 2019 that I kind of did that. So basically, like around the end of last year, as to when it was pretty much going to be a thing. I honestly, like, even still to this day, I still never would have known that I was going to actually become a live streamer. Like for the longest time, I've only been known to use Twitch to go into certain people's live stream chats and then just kind of chat with them there and whatnot. But it's just something that I never really was expecting to do. But here we are. Oof. Sorry, I'm still trying to get used to everything when it comes to trying to move around every now and then, and also how the thing record and gameplay and all in game capture and stuff. But anyway, I mean, I've been known to do like a lot of YouTube. I've been known to do like a lot of pre-recorded Let's Plays on my YouTube channel, which if you were to either put an ! RumbleTube in my chat at any time, whether I'm live or not, you would get a link to my YouTube channel, and you can be able to see some of the stuff that I've done before I became a live streamer. And I think I even have it in my like little info tab thing as well. I don't know how things work nowadays where Twitch puts stuff, because Twitch has had like very different little changes going on and stuff like that. But yeah, for like the longest time, I've been known to do a lot of like pre-recorded stuff, no commentary, just playing like different kind of things like original games, to mods, to ROM hacks and fan games and so on and so forth. Just basically just trying to like, do a variety of stuff that I can do, with my current setup, because I will admit, like, my current setup is not, it's not like the best thing ever, but I always say to people, like, when it comes to my computer and everything, like, the computer that I have right now, it's definitely better than the first computer that I ever had, because, like, there were some things that I couldn't even do on it versus here on my current setup. Like I remember one time I tried to play Duke Nukem Forever on my first ever computer that I got, which was something that I had gotten as like a present for when I graduated from school. It was decent, but yeah, there was only so little stuff that I can really do. I'm sorry if I don't go into like exact details of everything, because I'm kind of fuzzy in some areas. But I remember whenever I first began, like, trying to do Let's Plays of some kind, it happened to have actually been to me attempting to do live streams. I used to do a thing where I would use Google Hangout and kind of do like an area capture or window capture thing of stuff that I'm trying to do, and just go from there. I think the first time I ever tried doing a Let's Play was actually of Duke Nukem 3D, believe it or not. I mean, if you know me, then you probably wouldn't be surprised that, like, the first game that I tried to do would be Duke Nukem 3D. But that's pretty much how it was. I tried doing, like, Duke Nukem 3D stuff, and I had I will admit, like, things did not really work out too well, because, like, not only was, like, the quality, like, super terrible, but it even kind of fucked up with it even kind of messed with me during, like, whenever I was trying to play the game. But I mean, I didn't have a whole lot of stuff to do. I had no way to, really capture my games that I wanted to try and play, on film, on anything. So, I had to do what I could with what I got. If you know what I mean. Sometime down the road passed, and I met someone on YouTube. I forget what he was known to be as at the time, because he's gone through, like, so many name changes and everything. But I kind of call him as the Duke Returns. Or if I was going by like a backup name, I would call he'd be known mostly as, like, the Game Grump. Not to be confused with Game Grumps, like Aaron Hansen and all that, all those guys and all that stuff. No, he was just known to be like the Game Grump for the most of the time, and then he kind of evolved into being known as the Duke Returns. But I kind of call him that now versus anything else that he goes by, because he has gone by, like, many different names, especially on Steam. But I believe it was through him that I kind of got introduced to a software called Fraps. Fraps, for the most part, was okay, I guess. I mean, the one thing I still never will understand about Fraps is that, like, it was known to take, like, so much fucking memory just, to, do, like, a Let's Play of some kind. Like, oh my gosh, like, yeah, it's like if you didn't have a good chunk of memory in your computer, like, chances are you wouldn't be able to really do much. I mean, I remember like back in the day where I tried to do, like, a very short little video, and all of a sudden it was like it was in, like, the triple digits as far as, like, the megabytes went, But I mean, that's basically all I really had at the time, and I started doing, I started using that for the longest time. I still did do live streams here and there, but it was kind of like my own little thing of basically just kind of like doing random wrestling reviews. Because yes, I am technically like a wrestling fan. I still do watch like WWE and sometimes TNA and even AEW, since that's now a thing, at least from when it got introduced and to me and or whatever. But I used to kind of do a thing where I would talk about like the matches and just kind of give my thoughts on everything. And sometimes I would just kind of like read from like the WWE website most of the time and stuff like that. And then I kind of quit doing that because I guess you could say I kind of had like one of those moments where I kind of let a comment sort of get to me, because I have had comments on my old stuff in the past, way before like my current YouTube channel and everything had, and I was told that like my voice sounded stupid or whatever. Just it's like, I mean like what the hell am I supposed to do? Like everyone has their own like kind of like voice and type of thing, and I just haven't really done much of anything with my voice in quite a while. But there was also the situation as to where I also just didn't have a good microphone anymore. Like I kind of had like a few times where I had like maybe one or two ways to kind of project my voice out to everyone who listens to what I do, whether it be like a gameplay or like a vlog or something like that, but it was just something that I haven't really done much of in a while at the time. But I kind of evolved over the years, more or less. I think like the first kind of videos that I ever really done was like I just took like I just did like what was basically like slideshow videos. Like I would have like some music going, and I would have like a picture or two stuff like that. And then through some issues and bullshittery with how YouTube and some people on YouTube are or were at the time, even though they still kind of can be in some places, but I kind of did like my little thing to where it was like I kind of had something a little bit different. Like I was known to kind of go by the name that I go by now, which is Mr. Rumble Roses. And for those of you that are wondering like where I got the name and everything, basically it's from a game called Rumble Roses. It's a all-female wrestling video game. It was known to be a game on the PS2, and it even had a second game on the 360. I kind of got hooked into that game, and I kind of enjoyed it, even if some people had like their own little mixed bags and everything like that. But it was just something I kind of liked, and I didn't really know like as to what I couldn't really think of like much in the way of names at the time, so I just kind of like came up with the name Mr. Rumble Roses because I am a guy, and Rumble Roses was one of my favorite games. Although, like I know some people might know this about me who have known me for a long time, but and I will admit it straight up that I am a big Duke Nukem fan. I mean, my profile images a lot of the times involving my profile pics most of the time involve Duke Nukem and Dixie Clements, which is the woman that's always next to Duke most of the time. Like the reason why I had her was because like she was kind of she was basically like one of my main favorite characters, or female wrestlers, whatever you want to call it. You know, I like Bill playing as her and stuff like that. So yeah. But I'm trying to think where I was gonna go. But like over time, I began doing more stuff with my channel, and then one of my friends, who is also one of my mods here on the channel, and I don't know if he's probably in La La Land, aka sleeping, because sometimes he's known to do that around the times that I'm streaming, which is totally fine. I mean, I know how he is, because he's kind of like a midnight streamer type of boy. But basically, one day he kind of decided to make the move over here to Twitch and started doing a lot of live streaming here on Twitch. I can't remember if he always had the same name all the time, but basically he's mostly known to be called Onyx the Gaming Machine. I sometimes like to kind of refer to him as being Onyx Spade, because like with my name, that's kind of like one name that is kind of, sat with me in terms of like, what I know him best by. Just like how another friend of mine, who's known mostly as 64, I call him Duke 64 Nukem, because, well, I bet him with that name, and that's kind of a name that's stuck around ever since. But yeah. And most of the time, like, I would always be going to, to his channel and supporting him in any kind of way that I can, whether it be like watching him play any kind of game, or just being a moderator and stuff like that. And that was basically what my channel was. Like, I was basically just known to go to his channel only, and and do that stuff. But then I kind of, I guess you could say, expanded upon things, because I started trying to, because of how Twitch used to have this thing at the time where you could be able to upload pre-recorded stuff before they got rid of that for whatever fucking reason, or at least they got rid of it to where you can do it at any time. But I think like now you have to be able to be an affiliate or something like that to be able to do pre-recorded stuff, which honestly is pretty stupid in my opinion. I mean, I don't know why they would make that a thing, but they did. But basically, I did try and upload some stuff onto my Twitch channel at the time. Some of it happened to have been stuff that I did exclusively for the channel, and there's like one time where I uploaded my playthrough of Five Nights at Pinky's on Gmod that I did with some of my friends who I used to play Gmod with a lot until things kind of died down in a way. But I think that was probably like the only time that I posted something that I've already done before and just put it on like a different platform. And then I just posted a few other things here and there, and then one day Twitch was like, okay, well, we're going to take all that stuff, we're going to take the ability to have you do pre-record stuff, or do normal uploads and stuff. So the only way you'd be able to possibly do that stuff is if you make affiliate, which I am slowly but surely trying to work my way up to doing that, especially now that I have a way to stream. But yeah, like I think like the first time that I ever started streaming, I was known to try and do like some Sonic Mania mods. I believe the first stream that I did officially was when I did Sonic Mania Heroes, and I had Sonic, Mighty, and Ray, or as it likes to call it in the mod thing, which was Team Sega Sonic, because Sega Sonic was like one of those old games. I think it was like on an arcade or something like that. But yeah. And then I tried to do like a few more stuff with Sonic Mania, and then I think I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on this or whatever. But I think that the last Sonic Mania thing that I did was probably when I played around with the Hatsune Miku mod, which was it was pretty fun, but I haven't really done much in terms of Sonic Mania stuff anymore because sadly every single time that I try and build to do a thing of like trying to record it with action or stream it with action, like 9 times out of 10 like the slowdown is just bad in a way. It's like it's just too fucking slow now. I don't know why. I almost kind of want to say like it's possibly due to updates that action has had over the course of maybe like a year plus. So I've had it this basically for a year and everything. Now, the reason why I am using action was because I know most people like they'll use the OBS software, but sadly, like OBS is one software thing that I can't seem to use on my computer because like there's like so much shit that you have to be able to do, and you have to like calibrate and make sure you don't have a situation where it's like you try to record or stream a game or something, and all of a sudden it's like everything is just slow shitty. It's just really fucking annoying, honestly, and I hated it. And again, like I found action, and it's not. I would say like it's not as complicated, although like there are some stuff I still don't know about action. But I mean, for the most part, like it has allowed me to do live streams for you guys here on the channel, and it's allowed me to do more on this channel, than just being like than just being an account that just goes to people's streams and talks with them and stuff like that. I'm able to bring my own kind of content. And I will say, like, I think anyone who streams, whether no matter the program, like I think anyone who's a streamer can agree, and has had this kind of thing going on before too. But I have had my moments to where stuff didn't go the way it's planned, and it kind of hurt me in a way, like it just kind of got to me, and it's just like I wanted to do something originally as planned, and all of a sudden it's like something happened out of nowhere, like for example, like action sometimes has done a thing to where it just goes from like streaming to recording, and then it just turns off, and then sometimes tries to turn back on, or sometimes it might do like one of those random moments where it just kind of just completely just shuts off for whatever reason. Like I remember when I played Heretic, I believe with the disc mod back then, or well, not quite way back then, but it was a little while back. I guess we'll put it that way. But basically, like I have had moments where I try to do like a in-game capture, and then all of a sudden everything just goes off, and then it just fucks with my picture. Like everything just it's just like a complete mess, to kind of sum things up just a little bit. But I mean, I will say, like, I do kind of recommend action in a way, but there may be some problems here and there, but it's I honestly would say that it's better. I would say, like, honestly, like, it's better to probably use action versus OBS. I mean, And if you like really know the ins and outs of OBS, then maybe you can be able to use that more or something. I don't know, but usually 9 times out of 10, whenever I've tried to use OBS for my computer, like I know that there's like various things that you can be able to do to use that's kind of like in relation to OBS, but things just never really worked out. Especially like this one. I want to say like I want to say it's the Streamlabs OBS thing, where it's like you have to like do like a whole bunch of logins and connecting and stuff like that. Sadly, it just never really worked for me. Like it was just one of those little situations where it's like it was taking so long and it just wasn't really making any progress. And I'm like, I can sometimes be kind of an impatient person. And I know that, like, obviously something was not gonna work right, so, I said pretty much like, fuck OBS. I mean, if you guys, use OBS, more power to you. If you have no issues with it, then awesome. But it's just with me, I tend to usually use Action. I mean, again, like, sure, it's had its moments and everything, but what program but what software has it? Whether you try to like record normally, like pre-record stuff, or do kind of like live stream stuff. But and the one thing I kind of wanted to talk about just a little bit was like my year of streaming that I've had. Like, technically, I would say that I know some people are going to be talking about how 2020 was, like what was all this and that and whatever, but in my opinion, honestly, like I would say, like, for me, 2020 was like the year that I kind of took off, if you know what I mean, like, because I was still trying to get into that swing of things. Like, I was trying to figure out how I was going to do my streaming stuff, like finding out like what I was going to stream for the channel, like when I was going to do my streams, because I will say that I have had certain issues, more or less, with a certain someone, about them getting on my case in a way, about like how I do my about my time zones and stuff like that whenever I try to stream, whenever they would also try and be doing that same stuff as well. But I've kind of developed a strategy. I've developed a plan, and that's pretty much how I figured out how I usually would do my stream schedule stuff for the time being. I mean, for those of you that don't know, like, what my stream schedule is, basically I have an active week and I have a slow week. Like, now this week is my slow week. On my slow week, I usually stream on Wednesdays and Thursdays. I usually stream around like 6 p.m. CST, which I thought for a while like my time zone was CDT. I don't know where the fuck I found CDT from, but after doing like so many looking, after kind of like doing a little bit of info searching and finding out like what exactly my time zone was, I realized that apparently I was in CST time zone. But yeah, I usually, on my slow week, I usually do streams around 6 p.m. CST. I don't have like a certain length on most of my streams. Sometimes it may be kind of long, sometimes it may be kind of short. Sometimes I may do like maybe a couple hours worth, but if I'm like really into a game and I want to try to do more of it, then I may go past the 2-hour mark. I mean, it's just kind of how it's been for the most part, But then there's my active week, where I stream Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, when it comes to my active week of streaming, like Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday, those are like random times. Those are like random things where sometimes I may just try and do something different, or whatever. But Saturday is what I like to do for a little serious thing that I kind of like to call Sega Sonic Saturday. Sega Sonic Saturday was a thing that I kind of came up with because, well, there's NES and Saturday, and NES and Sega and Sonic and all that stuff. So I just kind of called like my active week on Saturday being called Sega Sonic Saturday, where 9 times out of 10 I usually do something in regards to Sonic the Hedgehog, whether it be like an original game or like a mod possibly, or even mostly a ROM hack or two, because Sonic the Hedgehog games have got a lot of ROM hacks made for it. And it's been pretty cool. Like I usually try and do a lot of hacks for the games, whether it be like from classic Sonic 1 all the way up to Sonic 3 and Knuckles and stuff like that. But it is what it is. But sometimes I may do like a fan game, or I may do like an original title or something, like say for example I would play like Sonic 3 Air, which is basically like the best way to play Sonic 3 and Knuckles on PC, because it has like some awesome features and everything. Plus, it also has mod support, which, if you've been around my channel for a while, you've seen it in action. But yeah, that's pretty much how my schedule stuff goes, and I've kind of tried to stick to it for the most part, unless of something was going on here around me, and I didn't want to, be worried about getting disturbed somehow. And most of the time, whenever I do my streams, I mostly will have my mic on and everything, because I do have a headset instead of the small ass mic, which is basically at the time which was my very first mic that I ever really had. But I do have like a headset and everything. I forget the name. I kind of already forgot the name of this headset, but it was a gift that was sent my way from a friend of mine on Steam, called Golden. He's known to be called Golden Teddy, or Senor Mosquito, or if I'm not mistaken, I think on Twitch he's called like Gold Fur Bear or Gold Fur Bird or something like that. He's basically like a guy who's known to be like a bear kind of person. Back whenever I used to play Gmod a lot with some of my friends, he was known to be the FNAF Golden Freddy of the bunch, whether it be like classic or withered or unwithered or whatever. He was always known to be the Golden Freddy of the guys. And whenever I did a lot of Gmod back then, I myself have had like a few little player model changes here and there. I for the most part was known to be Duke Nukem, because Duke Nukem is my thing, and there was Duke Nukem models, and I still believe that there actually is. So that was kind of my thing. And then I found a Rainbow Dash player model, which was called Dash E. Dash E standing for something, which was I believe that the model was supposed to be like something based on like MOP Portal or something like that. But I've used that for quite a while. And stuff like that. There's a friend of mine. I can't remember if he goes by the same name, but he's basically going to be called It Smells Like Honor. I used to be able to play a lot of multiplayer sessions with him and a few other people. Sometimes I would play like we would play like with random people and stuff like that. But what we usually would do is like we would play like hide and seek with pill packs that were made by different people, and sometimes we would even play murder, which was kind of like another big thing that we used to do if we didn't do hide and seek, stuff like that. And of course, we've had some funny moments and stuff like that, and we've even played some FNAF type stuff. Like we've played the game mode for Five Nights at Freddy's on Gmod, and I actually managed to convince Honor and a few of my other friends that I've met and made over the years of playing Gmod, to have tried out Five Nights at Pinky's, and a lot of them really liked it, and I'm glad they did. It's almost kind of funny in a way, but I kind of got into MLP in a way through Five Nights at Pinky's, if you can believe that. That's kind of why I'm rocking the animatronic Pinky avatar. But there's also other reasons which I mentioned. But yeah, it was just something I kind of done with some friends back then, and it was pretty fun. And I will say, like, I do miss it and everything. I remember, like, we've actually had like some crazy little memes and stuff going around. Like my friend Teddy was always known to be like he was always known to be obsessed with his little top hat that his his model always was on the hat and stuff like that. But I remember the first time I played Five Nights at Pinky's. I actually found out about it through another friend of mine that I've met on Steam called he's known as Robert the Convict, but I just call him like Robert for short. But I actually kind of found out about the Five Nights at Pinky's game mode on Gmod because of him, and we've actually played we've actually played the FNAF game mode on more than one occasion. Like I remember, like, whenever I first started off the series, I did like night 1 and 2 on my own, despite the fact that it was very hard to do, because I was basically doing like the free roam mode, because I found out you could go technically kind of go free roam mostly around in the office area and stuff like that. But yeah, I did like night 1 and 2 on my own, and then I tried like doing night 3 solo, but oh my gosh, I just remember like the craziness that happened. With basically the very same character that I'm rocking as far as an avatar goes, which is Pinkie Pie, or animatronic Pinky, whatever you want to call her. Like I remember Pinky was always known to be like the one that kind of gave me the most trouble. But I will say, like, I do remember, I do remember that me and Robert we would play from night 3 all the way up to night 6 on my end, and he would help me out. And he actually recorded. Yeah, he actually recorded everything from his point of view, because, well, sadly I couldn't be able to really do much in terms of trying to play it and record it from my end. Even though, like, if you've seen my Gmod videos, you wouldn't be able to hear me, because I don't do a thing where it's like I have to where I have like my mic kind of be heard and stuff like that, to where you guys can hear me even if I don't push like the talk button that you can go do and in Gmod and everything. So he was always known to so he was basically the one that did it from his point of view, and sometimes I did talk here and there and stuff like that. So yeah. But it's been a little while since we've played Gmod together. Um, I know that Robert is technically doing his. He's technically doing a little series thing on his channel, which is basically another MLP thing. He calls it the Dragon King and all that stuff. It's kind of like a more action-packed type of thing, more I guess you could say like more serious type of My Little Pony. It's not like animated or whatever, so it's not like an SFM or a Gmod animation. It's just basically, it's just basically like, just from some photos taken and different poses and stuff like that. So yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I'm probably going on like a ramble, and I probably already lost some people. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to just talk a little bit about like my year of streaming that I've had, which it's for the most part like it's been quite a ride. Like there's still to this day, like, I never would expect like I would actually be a live streamer. Like I never knew that I was gonna actually be doing more for this channel than just, having like old videos that were posted way before, Twitch had the decision to, where you had to be an affiliate or something like that, to where you can upload, pre-recorded stuff at any time. But I've had some awesome moments, and I've met some people, and yeah, they've been pretty cool, and yes, I have had those moments where I've had, certain people and, come in and do stupid shit, especially like, those follower bots that, always want to be like, hey, you want to buy followers, gain subs, or yada yada yada, then just click this link at the very, just click this link, down on the thing, and like, stuff like that. And I was like, it's has been something, I will admit. But I can't even remember how many followers I had before I even started doing live streaming, but I think like right now, currently, I am around like 125 followers and stuff like that. And I will say to everyone watching, whether you were here live or if you're watching this as a VAR or something like that, I just want to say, just thank you, thank you, for all the for support, and all the follows and stuff like that. I know that sometimes, people might not always, be active in the chat, and, always want to be able to, always chit chat, just sometimes they just want to like lurk and hang out and just, see what the person that's streaming is doing, stuff like that. And I just really say I really appreciate, all the support and everything that you guys have given me. I mean, I hope to one day, I hope to one day be able to do more stuff for the channel that I may or may not be able to do currently right now. I mean, I'm trying to like, widen my horizons as far as like, what I can stream and, what I can't, and see how things play out as far as like, what would be a good thing to stream, and, what would be a good thing to possibly, put on like the back burner of maybe doing like a future, like a future like pre-recorded thing, because I have technically I have one thing that I know I'm probably going to do in the future for like pre-recorded stuff, and that is a hack called Fall Guys World, which is basically a Super Mario World ROM hack that's based around Fall Guys, and it's actually pretty cool. I really do like it, but sadly with action I can't seem to really do much with it in terms of trying to stream it and everything. So I'm probably gonna have to use my Bandicam software stuff to possibly do something with that, which I don't mind, but it's probably going to be a while before I even think about doing, you know, a series of that hack. But you know, I've kind of had the thing to where it's like, you know, if I can't stream something, like, you know, like if action kind of gets too much slowed out or something, and it kind of makes things a little unplayable, then, you know, I have possible backup ideas to try and do it as like a pre-recorded thing in the future. So the one thing I will say, is like, it's not going to be the end of me doing pre-recorded stuff. I most likely will be doing stuff in the future, but I don't really see that stuff happening, at least for quite some time. Like I'm trying to think like what I'm gonna say, but basically, since I now have a way to do live streams here on my Twitch channel, I'm focusing on hopefully one day reaching affiliate, because I honestly don't really see myself getting, like, you know, a major job or anything like that. So being able to like, you know, do live streams and you guys be able to support me and, you know, help out the channel and stuff like that, you know, it'd probably be the one thing I could be able to do in the future, and something that it wouldn't be something I wouldn't mind doing either. You know, just, you know, from just playing games, just hanging out with you guys, and, you know, meeting new people and all that other good stuff. I mean, that's kind of how my mindset is. I mean, I try to do what I can with what I got, but as I always say, like, I always try to do what I can with what I got, but also I like to do things of what I enjoy as well, from, like, you know, mods to ROM hacks to classic stuff to shooters, you know, stuff like that. But if I find something that's, you know, interesting, then I can be able to, you know, get into it, and if I can be able to stream it without having little to no issues and stuff like that, then, you know, chances are I'm going to, you know, try and you know, play it for you guys. Sometimes it may be like my first time playing it and stuff like that, and sometimes it may be something that I've already played before, and I just, you know, I'm just doing like a casual type of playthrough, you know, and stuff like that. That's just kind of how I am. But I mean, I do have things in mind for like future streams and everything, and I have goals that I hope to try and reach. Like, I'm still hoping that I'm still hoping that one day, you know, I can be able to reach affiliate, because, you know, I have been working with some people to try to have like possible emotes ready for the channel. I know that, like, if I ever do reach affiliate, then that my first 3 are gonna probably be like that. I'm probably going to only have like 3 emotes to play around with at the start, and then I have to have, I don't know, maybe I think I have to be like, what, partner or something like that to possibly kind of like you know, have more emote slots and stuff like that. But I have some stuff at the ready for you guys to be able to, you know, to play around with and stuff like that. But I am also kind of waiting for other people to you know, to kind of get back to me and stuff like that, and hopefully get even more emote stuff at the ready. But, you know, things are happening at the very least. But I mean, I just gotta say, like, you know, it's been, I know 2020 and everything has been pretty shit, but I will say, like, 2020, at least to me, in terms of like my, you know, my streaming career, I would say, like, it's definitely, you know, been like step one of trying to, you know, have it be my year, if that makes any sense. Give me a moment while I take a little something to drink. Excuse me. but yeah, like I knew that most likely it was not going to be an easy uphill battle to try and, you know, get all the goals and requirement stuff for my Twitch channel. I mean, some of the stuff that I have seen for the most part has been kind of easy, but, you know, the last thing that's going to be the most difficult, and that's currently where I'm at right now, is having at least an average of 3 viewers or more for my streams, which I know is kind of a rare thing. Like I know that, you know, there's going to be those days where it's like, you know, I'm probably not going to have a whole lot of people, and I have seen like, you know, the view counter up on my HUD thing for action, you know, like I have seen like people come, people go, even if they, you know, they don't talk or say anything and stuff like that, which in a way, like, I guess I can kind of understand. I mean, I don't know how things are in terms of like my Twitch channel, you know, like showing up for people. Like, I wouldn't be too surprised, honestly, like if I wasn't really in much of the recommendations channels for people, but you know, it is what it is. But I mean, I still am determined, you know, to try and do more for my channel and hopefully, you know, reach affiliate for my channel, and hopefully, you know, have ways to, you know, give back to you guys, and you know, you guys be able to support me even more and stuff like that. So yeah. But I think, but yeah, so I do have plans in the future. I'm going to try and possibly like do some more. I'm going to try and hopefully do like some more games, or at least like some new games that are new to me that I haven't really played much of yet and stuff like that. Because I have tons of games on my Steam library, and I also have like fan games and other stuff like that too. So you know, it's just a matter of like, you know, figuring out what I'm going to stream and finding out like if, okay, I'm doing this, and I'm going to try and hopefully post it on my YouTube channel, because what I do is that if a stream goes well, you know, and stuff like that, like, you know, if I'm able to end my stream when I want to, and all that stuff, you know, and it saves and everything. You know, I always try to end up VODing the stream, and sometimes more than likely I will try and post it on my YouTube channel, especially, you know, to have you guys, you know, be able to you know, watch it there, and you know, also hopefully be able to comment and stuff, since Twitch also for some reason got rid of that for VODs, where it's like, oh, you can't be able to comment on VODs anymore, which is kind of stupid in my honest opinion. But what can you do? I do know though that one game that I'm never going to be posting on my YouTube channel ever again is Katana Zero, and I'll tell you why. Sorry, I'm not like sad, upset, or anything. I'm just annoying. It just kind of gets me like to a bit of annoyed, upset, if that makes any sense. But basically, whenever I tried out Katana Zero for the very first time on my channel, I posted part 1 on my YouTube and stuff like that, and then I went to sleep because I think I went to sleep while it was getting uploaded or something like that. And then one day, and then, you know, one afternoon or around that time or whatever, I woke up and I try to go to like my home. I try to go to my YouTube homepage thing, and all of a sudden I get like a fucking community strike against my Katana Zero videos. So basically, like, I had my first ever strike on my channel, which for the most part like my YouTube channel has been known to be in pretty good standings, honestly. Like, I have, tried to, do what I could, make sure, like, everything was good and proper, stuff like that. But I still honestly don't know the whole situation in terms of, like, why the hell I got a community strike against my Katana Zero video. I mean, I know that it's not, like, the most friendliest thing that you're gonna see, but, like, like, at the same time, like, other people have posted it on, their YouTube, and, like, they haven't gotten hit to where it's like, oh, you can't have Katana Zero anymore on your channel, so we're gonna hit you with this or hit you with that. It's just really stupid, and it's kind of honestly the reason why I haven't really picked up Katana Zero as well. Not to mention the fact that the one time I actually did try and do another stream of Katana Zero, I literally had no one here. I had no mods. I had no one stopped by or anything like that. I had no viewers at all, and I went for like 2 hours, maybe even more, because I wanted to try and do more progress in the game. And then all of a sudden it's like as soon as I do my outro and stuff, and I hit the button to to end my stream and everything, that's when I find out that, like, Action decided to hit me with a case to fuck my shit up. And then all of a sudden it's like, I go to my video producer thing, and it basically only had like minutes instead of hours of what I originally had done before my thing decided to act up on me like it did. And it was also kind of like another reason as to why I didn't really play Katana Zero as much. I mean, I hope to one day, but I still don't know when. Like, I just don't know what. I honestly just don't know what the future holds for Katana Zero on my channel. I do know one thing though. Like, if I ever do bring it back, it's going to be another situation as to where the chat is going to have to be showing up in my stream, like as big as it's known to be at times that I've done it. Because sadly, I do have some games, Katana Zero being one of them, to where it's just one of those games where it's just like there's no settings or anything, and I can't like adjust the game window even if it did have a window mode, but I just can't adjust it to where I can see my chat and whatever's going on in it and stuff like that. So yeah, like if you, like, some people might be wondering, like, well, how do you have your stuff set up? Like, what do you do, to see that kind of like interact with your chat and everything? Like, basically, I have most of my games in window mode. I usually have things around like 640 by 480 because, well, I don't really care about like if it's something that's like really big or whatever, but usually I have it in that window size and in window mode, and then I always go to like my stream manager thing, and I pop out my chat, and I have it like like right next to my game. I have it on like the right side of my game that I'm streaming, and that way I can be able to see what goes on in the chat, and interact with anyone who who comes by. Sometimes, unfortunately, sometimes it does unfortunately have its moments to where it just doesn't want to cooperate properly. Like sometimes, sometimes it just like it'll be like not responding for a little bit, and then sometimes it just won't show things up at all, or if it does, it'll probably be like so delayed that I don't know what had really happened until it was already too late. Like, honestly, like whenever I started streaming this, like I didn't know for sure as to like if it was going to behave itself or not. Like I did see like it did do a thing where it was like it was like not responding for a little bit, but thankfully I saw it do its thing from like the whole line with the word new right next to it, which I guess is a moderator thing or something like that. I don't really know, but another thing I kind of have seen was that Stream Elements had done its part, that letting me know that I was live and all that stuff. And and with the hour and 15 minutes that I've been doing this whole stream, it hasn't done anything as of yet, which is good. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, I figured I'd kind of just test the waters out in terms of, trying to do like an in-game capture of VRChat, and also kind of like, just have like a just chatting type of thing, because I have no other way to do it, as I've explained before. And if I sound like a broken record, I do apologize, but, sometimes it is what it is. So it's basically just, me as animatronic Pinky, looking at you, in a way, and all that stuff, and you guys go to have something to see instead of, just being like an only audio thing. But one of the things I kind of wanted to talk about also was the future of Among Us, because I have been trying to stream Among Us every now and then. The first time I actually streamed Among Us, I pretty much played the game normally. It was not too bad of a first stream. I mean, I didn't have like a whole lot of people join me. I just had like I had one of my Steam/Gmod friends join me, and also had another friend of mine who is also a moderator on my channel, which is Big Deadpool, or the Big Live, whatever you want to call him, or whatever he wants to be referred to as, because he goes by those two names most of the time. But yeah, he joined in as well, and we've had some moments and stuff like that. But lately, ever since I found out the whole situation with the scale.net stuff, like, usually I try and I try to do a thing now here on the channel where I play the game modded, because I am a mod gamer after all, and I don't have like a whole lot of people to join me for doing like a normal session of Among Us or anything like that. So like usually what I do is I usually kind of like play the game modded for about like an hour or so, maybe an hour and a half. And then to kind of close things off, I switched the game to normal mode, which is pretty easy to do and everything. And I just see if anyone wants to join, or I just sometimes just join random lobbies that other people do, and just have some fun with that. But, I mean, Among Us it's been pretty fun to play around, and hopefully hopefully one day I might have like a big group session. I mean, I'm more than likely I'm not going to be doing a Discord VC thing, because my computer is not quite powerful enough to have like a game going to where I'm also in like a voice chat of some kind, because usually like 9 times out of 10, if I'm on like a Steam game or something like that, then chances are that there's going to be some audio issues, like like I'm probably gonna cut out or something, or people that are talking are probably gonna get cut out on my end and stuff like that. So it'd just be kind of like a disaster, I guess you could say, in terms of trying to do voice chat, which I wish I could, but I can't. I mean, I do hope though that like maybe one day the people behind Among Us may do something like that, to where you can actually have like in-game voice chat, because like I know there's the whole proximity chat thing, which I know is kind of like another modded thing, which I still don't know how that stuff works, and I don't know if I can be able to actually do it on myself. But I mean, I know that's a thing. But yeah, it's just kind of how it is. You know, it's kind of something that I hope for in the future. But I mean, at least the game, you know, does have like a chat box and stuff like that. So that's always been like the like the next best thing in terms of like, you know, communicating with people and saying like, hey, you know, I found this, I found that, or I'm doing this, or I'm doing that, you know, stuff like that. I mean, you know, something's better than nothing, if you catch my drift. But yeah, like that's pretty much my plan for future Among Us streams. Like, you know, if you guys ever wanted to join me in some sort of way when it comes to Among Us, I mean, you know, just kind of keep that in mind. Like, I may be doing a lot of I may be doing like a lot of modded versions of Among Us stuff before I think about either switching it to normal. You know, so. But I do have like I do have a command on my channel, which is I believe it's like !skeld, which is SKELD, because you know that's the name of one of the maps on the game. But you know, it'll take you to like a site where you can be able to get the stuff needed, to where you can be able to play the game modded, whether it be like on PC or on like an Android device or something like that. And usually it's pretty easy to you know, to revert back to a normal game, which, you know, I like. But you know, that's just kind of how things have been as of late, and that's probably going to be how things are going to be for a while. I mean, I do like the modded game modes that people have made, but you know, we'll have to see what the future holds for, like, you know, Among Us officially, especially like, you know, in terms of like, you know, what kind of content stuff is going to come out for the game. Like I know that they're going to be bringing out the whole airship thing, which that's a hell of a big map, in my opinion. I mean, that's not an opinion, that's actually a fact. But you know, I mean, because when it comes to the maps so far in Among Us, it's like, you know, it has three. Like, it has like a kind of a small map, and then a medium map, and then a large map. Like, I'm trying to think. Like, if I was to rank them from, like, you know, small, medium, and large, I think like I think the smallest one would probably be I kind of want to say like Mirror HQ is probably like one of the smallest map, but I think the same can also be kind of said for scale. But like, I think like in terms of the size of the maps, like I think like Mirror HQ is probably the small map. Scale is the medium map, which is pretty much in this case like the common map that people like to play on. And then you got Polis, which is the larger map. You know, there's like it's more open and everything like that, which I mean, I don't mind though. I mean, I don't mind playing on either of those maps, but I know that when it comes to being imposter on Mirror HQ, that sometimes it can be a little bit hard, because like, you know, sometimes, you know, you might see a whole lot of people all the time, and you know, you might not be able to get away with things as quick and stuff like that. But you know, it just is what it is. But yeah, that's pretty much how things are going to be with that game in the future. And as I always do welcome those, you know, who want to play the game somehow, whether it be, you know, whether it be from like a session that I host, or just like a session that I join from someone else, and you know, and there's like some room and stuff for that to play in. the only little rules that I would say that I would have in terms of Among Us is, if like if like we're in a game, no matter if I'm hosting it or not, like if you're able to watch me and play the game and all that stuff, like the first thing I'll always say, is, to please don't stream snipe me, because, I wouldn't want to have someone being the imposter and they're just like tracking my every move and all that stuff. And then another little thing would be to also say like like saying, hey, always mute my stream during the game, and you can be able to unmute it when like we're in a lobby or something like that, and last but certainly not least, because of how things are currently, like you can always, if you ever want to like, type something or, kind of, say something, you can always like do it in the game chat, because, that it's there and it's, it's what it's for. Because, you gotta do what you can with what you got, But I'm hoping, to do some more. I'm hoping to kind of bring some new content on the channel. I don't know exactly as to what I'm going to do as of yet, but another little thing that I'm hoping to do in the future, especially like in 2021, is to try and upload more of my streams from my Twitch to my YouTube channel, because I've got a whole hell of a lot of streams that I gotta catch up on. And post from like, post from my Twitch to my YouTube and everything, and stuff like that. It's just I usually kind of think about like maybe doing that kind of stuff with days off that I don't stream, but I think I may make an exception or something like that. I don't know, but usually like I try and post everything that I can that I know that I won't really get any issues with. Like the last stream that I posted was part one of my revisit of Doom 64 EX, where I replayed the episode 1.1 mod, or as I like to call it, the knee deep in the shareware, because that's basically kind of what it was. Where it was basically you were basically playing like a Redux episode 1 from Classic Doom, but in Doom 64. It was like what if Midway actually took the shareware episode of Doom, from PC, and made it on the N64, and kind of gave their own little touches to it and stuff like that. And the next thing I'm gonna try and post would be part 2, because in that stream, in those 2 streams that I did, I played on the Watch Me Die difficulty, which is basically like the ultra violence stuff. I also had like a little goal in mind where I tried to get the SSG in the military base, because the person who made the mod had actually put that gun in that level, but you have to do a certain thing or two in order to get it, which it's not too bad. Although, like, for first time players like I was, you're probably going to miss something. You're going to probably miss a certain thing that that's gonna kind of keep you from getting this SG. But yeah, it's I'm going to try and hopefully post more on my YouTube channels. That way you guys can be able to see anything that you missed, and comment to your heart's content. Since Twitch doesn't do that, let's let you do that anymore. And YouTube, you can be able to comment as much as you want. Just please don't spam. That's all I can really say. Like I've had people like spam stupid stuff on my videos, especially like my past streams that I've done and everything. It's just it's honestly just annoying as hell, and I don't appreciate it. But what can you do? But yeah, I will say, like, in 2021, I hope to, get closer and closer to reaching affiliate, and I don't really, I can't really remember how my goal is right now, like what the current state is for for my 3 viewers thing, because honestly, like, Twitch is doing another thing where it's being stupid as far as, like, how it does its progress thing, because it's like it's kind of like taking, like, slow ass baby steps. Like it's so slow, in my opinion, like a baby crawl, or even a baby trying to walk on its 2 legs. It's faster than what it does as far as, like, the whole situation with how the progress goes for the game, for that stuff. But I'm still determined. I mean, I only have one goal currently, which is the average of 3 viewers or more for my streams, and I hope to to achieve that goal in 2021. I mean, again, like, if I was to say, how 2020 was, like, for me, like, in terms of like, me streaming and everything, like, I would say, like, 2020 was like the Kickstarter of, doing stuff more for my channel here on Twitch and stuff, and, I'm hoping that, like, 2021 I'll be able to get closer, and, who knows, maybe I could be able to, I could be able to hopefully reach affiliate by my next little anniversary thing, because I don't know when this channel was actually made, but basically, like, we basically, like, passed the year that I actually debuted streaming, which was around the 20 which was around the 26th of this month, and since I didn't really do anything or stuff like that around that time, I didn't really have, like, a way to kind of celebrate or whatever. I didn't really get a chance to, like, do anything big, which what it is what it is, I guess. But I figured I kind of, like, just do this little stream to kind of just kind of hopefully just talk to you guys a little bit, and just kind of share my goals that I have and things that I hope to accomplish, in the future. Like, I always say this at the end of my streams, even if my outro, to some people, wink wink, nudge nudge, whatever the case may be, because I know a certain someone said, like, was my outro and stuff that I do, like, like, it's too damn long or whatever, but it's still always the case, like, if you guys want to help me out just a little bit more, you can always, feel free to spread my channel around and help me get to that affiliate status goal, which, again, I only have one goal to achieve, and that's going to be one of, if not the most difficult thing, which basically is going to be the most main difficult thing because of how Twitch does with its stuff. But the only thing you can really do at this point, is just hope and pray, and just hope for good moments happen, like if you manage somehow drawing a big crowd or whatever, which I will say, like, I have had those moments where it's like, I've been able to have a good amount of people come to some of my streams here and there. I've even also gotten rage from people too, which I will say to, like, for those who will watch them, who have raided me before in the past, I will say, like, I thank you all so much for the raids that you get to give me over my course of live streaming. Like, I think I know some, if not all, the people that I've gotten raided by. I know I've been raided by Sausage Jace a few times, which is always cool. you know, I do appreciate, you know, her sending raids, you know, at times that she's done and whatever, you know, I highly appreciate it. I think I've gotten one raid from Asex Soul, which is someone who is a VIP actually on my channel, since I now have a way to do VIPs, and just kind of put it out there to everyone. All my VIP slots are pretty much full. Like I believe like you only have a certain amount that you can be able to do until like, you know, maybe you get like an affiliate or something like that, and you can probably do more. But I do have people who are in the VIP club. And I have gotten raids also from Prideful Entertainment, which is Meek Deadpool and Iron Hobbit. You know, those guys are definitely, you know, have been supportive of my channel and all that stuff, and I really do appreciate that as well. And I've even gotten raids from, you know, a couple other people too. Like I've gotten a raid once from one of my pony friends on Steam, which is Thunderblue, also known as Thunderblue Pegasus, who's pretty much getting into VRChat a little bit more, and unlike me, he's able to do a lot more than I can, because honestly, I think like I will admit, like he probably has like a better computer than I do, you know, which I'm not really like, you know, ashamed to admit, like, you know, like everyone probably has like a better computer than I do. I mean, I'm not gonna say like my computer is a complete piece of shit, you know, because it's not. But you know, it's just, you know, sometimes, you know, there's some things that some people can do on their computers, and sometimes there's things that some people can't do on their computers. You know, and I'm kind of like one of those individuals. And then of course, you know, there's also Maverick, or Maverick Almighty, you know, however he wants to be referred to, or however you guys want to, you know, call him, you know, it's up to you. You know, like I believe like he was actually I believe like he was actually the last person who ever rated my channel. I will say, you know, I do appreciate that very much. You know, it was really awesome, and I didn't really expect it. And I believe maybe one or two times I've gotten rated from BDT 17, which is also, you know, very cool, and I do appreciate it. If you ever, you know, watch this, if you ever do see this, you know, this VOD BDT, you know, and Shiva Fabiki, you know, I do appreciate, you know, you guys, you know, I do appreciate, you know, the raid, the stuff that y'all done, and even showing support for little old me, because, you know, I'm still trying my best, you know, to get to affiliate and all that stuff, just like, you know, everyone else who, you know, who's you know, kind of small streamers, you know, kind of shoot for and all that. But you know, I just want to say, like, you know, just to everyone, you know, thank you, you know, for all the follows and all the raids and all that good stuff that y'all have done. You know, I really do appreciate it. You know, it definitely, you know, makes my day to hopefully, you know, entertain you guys in some sort of way with what I do. You know, no matter what it is, even if I may do it a lot or may do it very little or something. You know, I just hope that, you know, I'm able to, you know, gain your approval, and, you know, and stuff that I do and stuff and whatnot here on my channel. You know, I hope, you know, to one day, you know, maybe, you know, widen my horizons even more so than already, and, you know, hopefully bring more content to the channel and stuff like that. You know, hopefully maybe one day I can be able to get like a better computer, you know, and then nice little upgrades and stuff like that. And who knows? I mean, maybe I may even try and do VRChat in the future if I could actually be able to, you know, get like a good computer and everything. Like I wouldn't mind honestly doing, you know, like VRChat stuff. I mean, I know one thing that probably I would want to try and do would be some Among Us in VRChat. I mean, I know that there's only like that scaled map that people play on sometimes, but I mean, and I know that like it also has like the whole like proximity chat type thing to where you can be able to chat at any time, and you don't have to like go into you don't have to like go into a text box or whatever, and speak your mind that way. That I get that. I really do. And I know that there's also like other game modes and stuff that is made for VRChat as well. Even if even if you don't have like a like a VR headset like I do, like you guys could probably already tell, but I'm basically on desktop. I'm a desktop user. And I'm still honestly surprised, if I have to be frank, about like the whole situation with VRChat. Like I remember one day finding VRChat in my Steam library, which I never played VRChat before, and like with a name like VRChat, I thought like, oh, this is one of those games that like you need a VR set for, but I didn't have it. And then one day I kind of gave it a shot, and things were all right for the most part, but there was just some things I couldn't be able to do like other people, which it was a bummer, but it didn't get me down like too much or whatever. But yeah, it's just it's just how it is, I guess. But anyway, so I think what I'm gonna probably do is I'm probably gonna end my stream right here. I'm not gonna call it a day completely, because as it says in the title, I am gonna possibly try and do some more Sonic 2 SMS remake and see how that goes, stuff like that, and just have some fun, with that, and just go nuts or whatever, But I just want to say, like, again, to everyone watching, to all my followers, here on Twitch, I do appreciate your support. Even if you can't be able to always come to my streams, all the time, I completely understand it, because I know that, like, the whole time zone thing is really a bitch to people. Because when people are all over around the world, they all have their own little time zones and whatnot. And again, that's understandable. I mean, I've gotten used to it. But whether you watch this, whether you watch my stuff live or as a VOD or even as a video on YouTube, if you do enjoy, my stuff, that definitely will make my day. Even if you may not, always, comment or, say something in the chat, it's like, if you're entertained by little old me, that's good. That's good for me. Like that, the makes me happy. If But I will say this again, because it's still gonna be a recurring thing. But if you enjoy what you saw today and you're watching this on Twitch, give the channel a follow and become a Roman Maniac today. And if you want to help me out just a little bit more, feel free to spread my channel around, to anywhere that you can. I do have a current goal on my Twitch, which is, if I can, if I can reach affiliate, then the first affiliated stream that I will try and do will be a playthrough of the original OG Doom using a mod called Dusk. And for those of you that don't know what Dusk is, basically it's the gameplay, weapons, mod, and stuff like that from the game Dusk brought into Doom. So like, you can be able to have all the weapons, all the items, and stuff like that, and play with Dusk weapon, play with Dusk's weapons in in classic Doom, whether it be like the original games or like mods or something like that. And I will do what is called the Intruder Mode, which is basically playing through some, if not all, the episodes in a pistol start fashion, which basically is another little thing that comes from Dusk, which is the whole Intruder Mode thing. And I've never really played I've never really played Doom with like a pistol start type of scenario on like each level. I mean, I know that people have done it before, but when it comes to me, like I like to be able to try and do it modded. I like trying to do it modded more than like do it vanilla. Even if it may look vanilla, I sometimes try and do actual stuff with some sort of mod. Because I am a mod gamer. And if you and because of how the mod has actually gotten updated to where you can have the enemies and stuff from Dusk and Doom, I'll even go to the point where I will try to have Dusk enemies replace the Doom enemies and see if I can be able to play through the game like that with all the weapons from Dusk and power-ups and even the enemy stuff, which I actually have the game Dusk, but I just haven't really played much of it because it's just one of those games that's kind of like it doesn't run like the best super smooth like in a way, but it's something. It's just probably one of those games that I'm probably not going to be streaming for the time being until I can get like an upgrade or something like that. But yeah. But yeah, again, I'm going to end my stream and I'm going to switch over to some Sonic 2 SMS and see how things go for that. But I hope everyone has enjoyed, and I hope everything goes well with the stream whenever I end it, because this is my first time actually doing VRChat stream. I'm sorry if I'm sorry if it like I'm sorry if I didn't like do much of like going into different world or anything like that, but this is just one of those the little just chatting moments to where it's just like me and you guys just kind of talking about stuff. But I just wanted to also give like a little bit of an update on things for the future of not only my Twitch but also like my YouTube stuff as well. But yeah, so yeah, again, please stay tuned for those of you who are in chat, and I'll be back in a little bit, but until that time, take care.